All right, so I got a comment in my last Tyler video. I guess he has a response. See, I investigated Tyler, whatever his last name is. I'm dyslexic, whatever. Exposing all the lies. So he's making a little joke out of this. Let's see what he has to say, all right?
On Christmas Eve, a YouTuber by the name of Vince Vintage released a 49-minute long video titled Exposing Tyler Oliveira, YouTube's Biggest Liar, where he calls me a liar, implies that I am a racist, and ultimately tries to destroy my career. In this video, I'll be debunking Vince's outright lies and false claims in order of the most absurd, baseless, nonsensical claims to the more creative speculation that he presents to an audience that already hates me. To do this, I'll even present some behind-the-scenes footage that will completely dismantle his baseless lies and irresponsible speculation. And I'm also going to acknowledge a few mistakes I've made over the last 2 years, some of which Vince actually does point out. Thank you, Vince. But before I disprove all of the lies Vince uses in his attempt to destroy my name, my reputation, and my channel, I want to set the stage. Vince is a YouTuber who creates video essays. Besides a single photo of him getting married, congratulations by the way, Vince's entire Twitter account is dedicated to myself and my channel over the last couple months. Non-stop, my balls in his mouth like an obsessive ex-girlfriend. Vince is also 33 years old. While I might not typically bring that up in this context, given how Vince talks about this guy who tried to ruin his life for seemingly no reason, I thought it was rather ironic.
A 37-year-old piece of shit, low-life loser who has nothing better to fucking do, just wants it down and doesn't have to prove anything about it.
And Vince's poorly constructed hit piece against me and my name is the longest video ever uploaded on his channel. The second longest video is one about Jeffrey Epstein. Yup, it seems like this is a bit personal, but it doesn't matter. If his criticism is valid and I am in fact just a liar, then I agree, Vince, call me out. But unfortunately for Vince, it's simply not the case. For simplicity, I'll be using Vince's own tweet of points he asked me to address as a roadmap for this video. Let's get into it. Why did Tyler hide the fact that he shopped at a KKK memorabilia store that sells bleep and passed it off as an antique store? In this video, I walked into the store, bought some automatic assault rocks, this license plate, and a copy of the city ordinance because the entire premise of the video was the city where everyone must legally own a gun.
Every head of household residing in the city limits of the city of Kennesaw is required to maintain a firearm together with ammunition, therefore, in the city penal code.
That was kind of the whole point of the video. This is a Civil War antique store that sells all sorts of artifacts and memorabilia from the Civil War time period. This is one of these.
Okay, look, I would say like some of it was like allegations, but you could watch the videos and like to see their just blatant lies. Like I'll probably put in like my reaction and show you like when he was in Jamaica, right? And he tried to say that restaurant was a hotel for like hookers and the ladies of the night to go there. The gate was locked. It had a chain and lock on it. So how was that restaurant meant for them to go there and do their business when it's like, no, it's a restaurant and they lock it at night and stuff? The light was on. Maybe they just forgot to turn the light off or whatever, but you can clearly see behind him the gate was locked. Then like the whole like going to like the worst neighborhood or whatever it was, the one where he left like the PS5 and the controller that's sitting right there on the dashboard, of the car, the dash of the car and stuff. Like, what? But let's hear what he has to say and how he's gonna disprove all of this and stuff.
Silliest points ever, but Vince provides it in his attempt to paint me as a racist.
I'm not even gonna call you a racist, a Hitler, Tyler Hitler.
Vince knows there are many objects for sale in the store just by looking at the footage in my video, but he creates a chapter titled KKK in his video, implying I went in there to go on some sort of racist shopping spree when I bought literal rocks.
I mean, hell, he bought so much stuff from this place that he needed a bag to take out everything he bought. I mean, it's just a grand old time at the KKK store, right?
I maybe spent 10 minutes in the store, talked to this lady, got an interview for the video, bought some rocks for the bit, and left. This point sort of outlines how desperate Vince is to paint me as a racist at whatever the cost.
I'm not even gonna call you a racist, a Hitler, Tyler Hitler.
I'm sorry that I'm keep pausing the video, but it's like, okay, it's fine that you went there and stuff, but you can clearly tell they have some pretty racist stuff in there, and you spend money there, and supposedly, I mean, you just bought rocks. We know what those rocks are there for. I mean, wait, why don't just go outside and get some rocks? Why purchase rocks from that kind of store? You know, it's kind of weird. You may not say it's racist. You may say you're not racist, but it's like you're kind of condoning and supporting kind of racist stuff. You know, that's kind of sketchy there. You know, like how many black people do they get in that store? How many black people would they like in that store? You know? Now, I'm not saying that lady's racist. She's probably not. But the store in general is it's low-key racist, man.
Oliveira. Now, do you think supporting a store like this might come off as maybe a little bit racist?
It's literally an antique store with a Civil War theming in the deep south of Georgia. I bought rocks, a piece of paper, and a plate with guns on it. It's almost like saying if you pay admission to go to a Civil War museum, you're somehow supporting slavery. It doesn't even make sense, and Vince knows this, but he preys on an audience that already hates me to create this narrative that I am a racist.
Why did he hide the fact that he gave the most racist man in America a welcome gift he bought from the KKK memorabilia store that sells said, bleep?
First of all, I didn't hide anything. I even posted a
Okay, but the thing is, like, that's not like a Civil War museum or something. Sorry, my pronunciation just sucks. But you know, it's not a museum or anything like that. So it's like, I don't know. It's just coming from, I hate to bring up race, but coming from a black person, a black guy, I mean, it seems kind of weird and a little bit out of line. Just saying. And especially, like, he went to supposedly the most racist man or whatever and gave him a bag of, you know, the box of rocks.
photo of him and I on Instagram with the caption titled, "I gifted him automatic assault rocks from Kennesaw." For context, I saw the original video where the most racist man in a video meets another YouTuber, Pootie, and Pootie asks him this.
Me or this white rock right here? Be honest, don't lie to me.
The rock, it serves a purpose.
Secondly, the video where we met the most racist man in America was posted 1 week after the video we made in Kennesaw, Georgia. Here's all the proof that my trip to Kennesaw, Georgia and then to Zinc, Arkansas was in one trip. I still had the rocks from Kennesaw, Georgia. They were in my bag. I thought of it on the fly. It all worked out once again. But no, this wasn't some premeditated genius meetup. The guy doesn't even have a phone. You can't set meetings with this guy. He was out there. I knew I still had the rocks in the car. I knew about the Pootie bit with the rocks. I knew I could make him laugh if I gave him the rocks. I did. Boom! We have a video.
I lied. I did see the Pootie video, and I brought a gift. I had no intention to meet you, and we saw her. Like, that's the guy from that one video. It's gonna blow your mind. You ready for this? Okay, so I know you like the rock more than Pootie. We got an automatic assault rocks. That's kind of funny, right?
You had to go out of Tyler had to go out of his way to go buy his house. So you're just telling me, like, you're just gonna tell me to my face you didn't think about this ahead? Like, I'm gonna go to this store, buy these rocks, and happen to go out of my way, you know, to see this guy. Like, this was not on your way. I guarantee you, he probably doesn't live like on a main road or close to like the highway or something. You had to go by his house. Now, maybe it was coincidence that he was outside or whatever. I mean, you probably just went up to the door and see if he wanted to talk or whatever. Or even, this is even more crazy, probably like kind of stayed outside, probably drove around the block a couple of times waiting for him to come outside or whatever. I don't know. But my thing is, you probably had to go out of your way to go by his house. All right, so don't bold-faced lie to me.
Oh, yes.
But Vince is so caught up in me being a racist that he wants to connect me giving this guy rocks, which is a callback to this video by Pootie, that it's somehow KKK related. They're just rocks. They're fucking rocks. Why did Tyler use a PS5 as bait to get someone to break into his car? 1, that's a TV, not a PS5. 2, to see if someone would break in and take it. We ran a little Mark Rober-esque sting operation with the TV and controller in the car. Fun fact, because I hate thieves, we emptied the boxes and put towels in them. But to be fair to Vince, his real point is that car break-ins and auto theft is so rare in the city of Oakland that we had to perform a little sting operation to show that cars do get broken into.
Because frankly, when Tyler goes to these places, it's not as bad as he always wants it to be. So by Tyler showing all these news clips, it could seem way worse than what it really is.
What's hilarious about this though is that Vince has hyperanalyzed all of my videos. He's watched the entire Oakland video, yet he fails to include this scene where we walk up to a woman who is taping cardboard to her car window that just got broken into.
Know anyone else who's had their car broken into like this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Everybody?
This isn't my first time going through this, so
How many times has that happened to you?
I can't even count on 2 hands. I've had my car stolen 2 or 3 times, broken into, more than 2.
Okay, but did you catch anybody trying to break into your car, that you set up? That's the thing. Like, it's bad, but not bad enough for you to actually get footage of somebody doing it. I mean, you might have. I'm going to keep watching, okay? I'm going to shut my mouth and keep watching.
10 times.
Yeah. The next person we talked to in the video says this.
Just talked to Auntie outside who had her car window broken in.
That's normal, man.
Normal?
Yeah, that's normal out here.
Everyday occurrence?
Rule number 1, bro, don't leave your stuff in the car.
And what's even funnier is that the crime statistics state that in 2023, Oakland reached the highest number of car thefts in more than a decade, with a 44% increase since 2022. But this is part of Vince's argument that he begins to construct that we need to create evidence or falsify B-roll to legitimize the crime that doesn't exist in these cities, according to him. And Vince even gets ahead of himself with his victory lap as he begins to heart comments on his YouTube video about me, basically co-signing more speculation. This comment with 5,000 likes that he hearted and therefore surfaced to the top of his comment section reads, "The reason the gas station attendant said that on the loudspeaker was because they saw him leave his car there with the PS5 on the dash. This speaker is actually programmed to say this on loop because, guess what? So many people break into cars at this given gas station."
How many though?
Not responsible for any theft or vandalism. Thank you for visiting Hagen Burger Shell. Please ensure that all of your valuables are secure. The owner of this property is not responsible for any theft or vandalism.
But I did talk to the actual gas station attendant and he said this.
They wouldn't break into our car.
You gotta come during the day.
Hey, I gotta give a 5-star review to Hagen Burger. No break-ins at 11 p.m.
No, not at night.
Okay, got it. Tomorrow morning?
You gotta come in the morning.
Oh, shit. Why did Tyler hide the fact he brought on known fraudster Darren Stallcup as his Oakland homeless expert? In my Oakland video, I introduced Darren as a Bay Area native and investigative journalist.
In this Oakland video, Tyler brings along this prestigious reporter. Now, this guy isn't a journalist. He's actually a used car salesman who pulled a $7,000 GoFundMe scam a couple months earlier.
So Vince basically clowns Darren for getting a 9-to-5 as a car salesman, referring to this Facebook post by Darren. So Darren told me that he's been doing citizen journalism since...
No, he wasn't clowning, okay? He just... You said something, and he kind of proved it wrong, but, if he is, like, doing journalism on the side, that's a different story. He was kind of wrong, but everybody's not perfect. We're human beings, okay?
2015, after his cousin Scotty was murdered by fentanyl dealers in the Bay Area. Recently, Darren's tried to move on and get a more traditional 9-to-5, and he proudly and excitedly got a job as a car salesman. Vince refers to this Facebook post in an attempt to discredit Darren and the work he's done since 2015 in the Bay Area as a citizen journalist. My Oakland video with Darren went live August 14th, and then over a month later, Darren got a job as a car.
It doesn't like he's doing journalism in this video right here. It's like he's being interviewed, so I don't know if this was a very good shot to like prove your point.
With Darren went live August 14th, and then over a month later, Darren got a job as a car salesman. He was excited to get a new job and a reliable paycheck. Seems pretty understandable and commendable, right? I asked Darren himself why he moved on and got a job, and he said, "Mentally, I'm not the same. I think about all the faces, the stories, the losses. Maybe I've got PTSD, or maybe it's just the anxiety that never lets me sleep. My mind races with what ifs and should haves. I'm human, just like everyone else, yet I feel this crushing weight, this responsibility that I can't shake off. I just want a moment of peace, a chance to breathe without the world collapsing around me." And the dumbest part of Vince's point here is that Darren got the job afterwards. Basically, Vince is trying to attack Darren's credibility because he got a job, and in turn attacking my credibility, and in turn attacking the validity of our Oakland video. Secondly, Vince attacks Darren for
that is not what he was doing, okay? You said something and he just pointed out that it was false, at least at that time, because he's not a journalist, okay? That's what you said. It's like, no, he's actually a salesman, and it's like, that's bottom line. Like,
running a GoFundMe where he asks his Twitter followers for money to move out of the Tenderloin.
Who pulled a $7,000 GoFundMe scam a couple months earlier.
I talk a lot about right-wing grifters in my videos, but this week Fox hosted one that was so lazy. I'm honestly kind of impressed. This guy, Darren Stallcup, is trying to raise $10,000 to move from the Tenderloin neighborhood of San Francisco to another neighborhood in San Francisco.
Darren told him what he wanted the money for, used the money for that purpose, and received the money from consensual adults. What is the problem? Vince basically throws Darren under the bus to attack the credibility of everyone.
I will give him that one, okay? I will give, like, he said what he wanted the money for, and if he used the money for what he said he's going to use it for, there's nothing wrong with that. So I have to agree with that one. You know, I like to be reasonable, and I don't like to be lied to my face. That's you know, two things. Just don't lie to me, and I'll be reasonable.
Everything we've done. Next, misplaced B-roll and B-roll mistakes. In my videos, when we're talking about, let's say, crime, we may show an example of this crime happening in the given city. Now, Vince just spent the last 4 months going through roughly 2 years worth of my videos, analyzing almost 15 hours worth of my content. What Vince finds is a handful of examples where a given B-roll shot takes place in a different city. For example, here's this shot in our Oakland video about a machine gun manhunt that turned out to be from West Oakland, Pittsburgh. Now, Vince is right. This is a mistake, and we messed up. This shot was from the wrong Oakland. Vince uses this example and a few others to create this argument that I, Evil Tyler, am hand-placing specific shots to create a false narrative about the cities we discuss and cover in our videos.
Once again, Tyler is literally making shit up to push a narrative.
But here's the problem. I don't place the B-roll for my videos. I have 2 editors for my main channel, and 1 editor's job is dedicated to finding B-roll for the videos. Whether it's me or my editing team, ultimately it's my channel with my name, and it's my responsibility. I agree with Vince. These are lazy, dumb mistakes that never should have made it to the final cut. But the problem is, if you take out the few incorrect shots we placed in some of these videos, for instance, let's take Oakland and replace it with this shot. Machine guns? Or this shot, or this shot, or this shot, the same purpose is achieved at visualizing the gun crimes in question. Another example is this shot of a shootout in Chicago that made it in our video about Memphis.
So Tyler deliberately knew what he was doing.
Okay, let's take out that shot and replace it with any of these shots. Does the gun crime go away? Does the gun wounds of these people that we interviewed in the Memphis video go away?
I got shot.
No. No.
I got shot. Stomach.
No, it doesn't. But you know, you just have to pay attention to what you're doing. I'm only one person, right? He has 2 editors, so I can see how stuff gets passed. But you have to pay attention, like, cause you're talking about one city, but you're showing actions of people in a totally different city. Now, like you said, it doesn't take away like the gunshots, the people who are, you know, getting killed and stuff like that. No, but you know, it's like talking about one person, right? You're talking about this one person, but in the B-roll, you show a whole totally different person. You know, some people might know that that's not the same person, but people who don't know that one person you're talking about and don't know exactly what they look like, you just get a similar person that looks like that person and show that person doing that action. You see how that kind of like misreads like the whole thing? Like, it's no.
Back multiple times, man. It's dangerous out here.
You guys are strapped?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 13.
You ever been blipped?
Yeah.
Actually, holy shit. When did that happen?
Let me show you something, man.
This is unexpected. I didn't expect that. So many people to get shot. Did you nearly die?
Yeah, I see you, man, 2-3 weeks. You just be out here like we in that shit pop off. People crazy out here right now.
But what's more deceptive is that we know Vince has combed through all of my videos. He doesn't show any of the people I talk to in my videos that tell us about the gun crime, and just to show how easy it is to make a mistake, Vince himself improperly cites this clip.
This clip isn't from Chicago. It's from Houston, Texas, 4 years ago. Tyler makes up shit to fit his narrative.
Hearts the comment where his viewer points his mistake out, and at the end of the comment, it still reads, "So Tyler still lied about it." Or this example of Vince pointing out this flag.
Oh my God, and there's an ISIS flag. Clearly that isn't just a peaceful protest, they have ISIS flags in Sweden.
And his viewers correct him, stating it is the Shahada. If this is the logic, then Vince and I both lied about this nothing burger shot that could easily be replaced with 100 other examples of B-roll that serve the same purpose. And in this case, the fact that I can...
Yeah, either y'all both lied, or you both made mistakes. You're both wrong. How about that? You know, I'm just a viewer just like everybody else. You both lied. You know, I don't know, man. Like, y'all both messed up. It seems like Tyler, you messed up a lot, you know, and some of the stuff you do is very, very questionable. Okay, I'm just gonna say that it's very questionable. But like I said at my end of my last video, no matter what, people are going to watch you because they like the content, or people are just going to hate watch you, you know, or people are going to stop watching you no matter what, you know. It's just what it is. But neither one of y'all are perfect. You both made mistakes. Y'all both probably did some stuff on purpose. I don't know. I'm just a regular viewer. I'm just a person sitting in my room, seeing all this going on.
Literally replace all of the shots you pointed out with 100 other examples that prove the exact same thing. Begs the question, why would we even put these shots in there on purpose, leave them in, and not hide them or cut them out a year later? It doesn't make sense because we didn't, just like you didn't maliciously say this B-roll shot.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I keep pausing it, but you did crop stuff out, like where it says like Dallas, Texas, and like where it says like where the video's actually from, it is cropped out. So I can't really give you that one. You may not take it out, but you don't show like where the video's actually from. Get what I'm saying?
It doesn't make sense because we didn't, just like you didn't maliciously say this B-roll shot was from Houston when it was actually from Dallas. Vince is ultimately zooming in on granular detail to argue that I am a deceptive, manipulative liar when he himself does the exact same thing in his video attacking me.
It's more of a hypocrisy of his morals. And I found this quote from an openly gay member of Congress that sums up Craig's situation nicely. It's a violation of principles to vote one way and act another.
Why did he pretend to be an asylum seeker to get processed by Border Patrol? To see where we would end up, the behind-the-scenes logistics of how the government would process someone claiming asylum and what that process looked like. Seems kind of interesting as an American tax-paying citizen to know how this process works. What's funny about this though is Vince feigns some moral outrage that I'm in the van for 20 seconds.
What the fuck are you thinking, Tyler? Literally, you took up the spot of someone that was an actual person fleeing their lives as a fucking meme. What the actual fuck are you thinking? You know the Border Patrol system is backed up for years, and you're just adding on to that for no reason at all.
And that I've taken up someone's spot to enter America when, once again, I'm literally in the car for 20 seconds. The Border Patrol guys laugh it off. No harm, no foul.
Let's go. What about this guy?
See?
He's a YouTuber.
No.
You see the camera?
But you're still like, you know, you're still wasting time. You're still like, it's just stupid. Like, this is something I always see like one of these young YouTubers do. Like, you acting like this is a joke. Oh, I'm gonna get in this van. Oh, you caught me. Even though if it's like 10 or 20 seconds, oh, you still caught me. You know, oh look, I'm a YouTuber. You know, it's still kind of weird. Like, why do this in the first place? What goes through your head to like do this? Like, you know.
I got denied access.
It's not like I pushed some pregnant woman out of the way to take the last spot in the van. There was no one else left waiting to get in the van. Even if I did take a seat, I wouldn't have been taking someone else's seat. You know this, Vince, because you watched my video and you see me in the back of the line. Why did Tyler pretend to be alone in fear for his life in Jamaica, but in reality, his tour guide was right next to him the entire time? Oh, this is one of Vince's big gotcha moments where he thinks he proves that I'm willing to lie about the tiniest of stuff, so why wouldn't I then embellish or lie about even bigger, more important issues? But the problem is, he's wrong, and here's the evidence to prove it. For context, he's referring to when I'm in Trenchtown, one of Jamaica's most dangerous neighborhoods. At a certain point, my guide and I are separated, and this random dude tells me to come to the farm.
Go over the farm.
The farm?
The farm. That is a farm.
Right over there.
Yeah, we can go over there. Come.
To which my cameraman, myself, and this guy go to the farm. It all ends well. We had a great time. I even used my voiceover to immediately compliment this guy for giving me a little tour and showing me unexpected hospitality.
While my guide was nowhere in sight, I first thought I was setting myself up to get robbed, but it turns out this guy was giving me a full tour of the community with unexpected hospitality.
Vince zooms in on this voiceover, trying to paint this moment as if I was lying and that my guide was with me the entire time.
Visiting the garden right now. A little baby young mango. Is this where you make the juice?
So I'm thinking, oh my god, Tyler's gonna get murdered. Tyler's in the murder capital of the world without his guide. Oh my god, he's gonna die, he's gonna get robbed. Seems pretty bad. But let's watch this interaction from a different angle.
Is this where you make the juice?
Yes.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, so this is what we just tried.
Oh, okay. That's Tyler's cameraman. That's clearly the same thing going on. Where's this camera angle from? Oh, it's almost like his guide was right there and took this footage, but Tyler had to sell it off as that his guide was nowhere to be seen and that Tyler was gonna get murdered.
But in reality, my guide was not there, and here's 28 minutes of behind the scenes footage that show him and I separated. And here's the exact moment where him and I reconnect.
I'm Tyler, and I'm Blake up there getting some footage and thing. As for me, it's a little bit early in the morning, I'm hungry.
And here's my guide's POV in that same 2-hour-long vlog that Vince points to in his video, stating that we were together the entire time. Yeah, look, where am I? We aren't together. And then look at that. There's the exact moment from my guide's POV where we reconnected.
Tyler's guide posted a 2-hour-long vlog of their entire day, and the guide was there the entire time. Tyler Tyler wasn't walking on his own about to get murdered. That was all just made up.
But Vince knows that no one is going to fact check this, and he tries to use it to build his case that I'm a liar. Vince's continual self-glaze of his attention to detail only further pronounced.
I mean, people could fact check it. I mean, just go watch the other guy's POV. He posts on YouTube, so on Vince's part, it's not very smart, to be honest. Like,
His malice in the way he cuts this video together and proves that he either lied or B, he didn't have all the evidence and he speculated.
And this is just something where it's so small. But why do you have to lie about this?
His entire point is that I'm trying to paint this sense of danger that doesn't actually exist, which is funny because he conveniently cuts out and omits all of this testimony from people that live in the community.
Well, we're seeing a lot of people dying by guns. That is the most violence we are seeing right now.
And Trenchtown is full of crime and violence going on. It's been a long time now till my child come and get involved by crossfire. He's now shot and can't walk.
Crime and violence, sometimes we just need that for stop. Just the crime and violence.
They'll shoot each other?
Yeah. Thing is just different now, and it wasn't like this before. As you can see, it's like it's a cemetery.
Vince also cuts out any of the good vibes or positive moments. We met this entire self-sufficient community. We're in the ghetto, but everyone's super nice.
Boom, 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 boom. Been trenched down with my boy.
Because his goal is that when I reach out to someone from a different city, they Google my name, find his video, and they find out I'm just some big bad liar trying to paint their community as negative. Look at this comment and tell me anything he's done thus far is in good faith. Why did Tyler fabricate the story of the Jamaica bank truck robbery? Vince is referring to this beryllium truck I pointed out for 1 second in my Jamaica video.
Bullet holes on that thing. When we saw a beryllium truck, that's the equivalent of one of the trucks in the US that carries the cash.
The beryllium trucks are these big black armored trucks that are often used in Jamaica to transport cash. My guide, Jamaica Walk By, was the one who actually told me about these trucks because there was a large problem with people shooting at these trucks and robbing the cash from inside of them. If you Google Jamaica beryllium truck, you can find countless articles of these trucks getting robbed from the local Jamaican news. And here's a clip of even my guide jokingly saying he's afraid about being around these trucks because of the reputation of them getting robbed.
That's what you're talking about. Keep on. There's bullet holes on that thing.
I am pretty still terrified about the whole thing with the bird.
This is probably a 2-second mention in my video, but Vince's goal is to establish that once again, I'm lying about dumb, random stuff to create this false narrative of there being crime in Jamaica. It's a known problem, and I'd venture to guess he in fact knew this after doing his research. You'll notice he prides himself in his attention to detail, yet this somehow slipped him. The very fact that these cars are known for getting shot and robbed at. Ultimately, this is part of Vince's growing argument that I'm inventing tiny lies to create a false narrative of there being crime in places where it isn't.
That's how bad it is. People are robbing the cars. They're robbing the bank cars. That's how bad it is here. Why do you have to lie about that? Why do you have to make up this insane narrative? Oh my God, there was a robbery in place and I was about this. That didn't happen, Tyler.
For someone who spent 4 months hyper-analyzing everything I've ever done, you'd think they'd also Google Jamaica beryllium truck robberies to at least look into the point I'm presenting of these trucks being robbed. But no, he calls me a liar, says the bullet holes I mentioned on the car is actually due to a paint job. None of this exists. I've just made it all up. But as we know, Vince's bad faith, poorly constructed argument has one goal, which is to discredit me, attack my channel, and prevent me from working with people in the future. Why did he fabricate the story of a Christian seafood restaurant selling sex for $15 and being a brothel? Let me explain. 1. I asked my guide how much the prostitutes in the area we were in charged for sex. He gave me a number that roughly converted to $15 US.
How much for one night out there? I'm not so sure. It all depends on which one you go to. I should think maybe like 15 bills for real, 2 grand a night, or maybe 2 grand per 3 hours. I honestly don't know.
20-30 bucks.
Yeah.
2. We were driving through this area called the Back Road, basically a little red light district where many prostitutes are working the streets and where they take their clients back to these little love hotels.
Back Road. That's the real life of it. You can't get more realer than this. That's exactly what's there. The motels are there, the rooms are there, the prostitutes are there. Young, old, middle class, everybody's there, bro.
I asked my guide if it was a hotel. He said yes.
This is where people go to have sex?
Yeah. You probably can just go at the gate and just catch a look quick.
This is a hotel?
Yeah.
The pirate ship? Alright, this is where some of the ladies get taken to go have sex in. Let me hop out for 1 minute. This is one of the hotels where the ladies get brought to have sex with the customers, the Johns. It is called the Pirate Ship Seafood Restaurant. I guess that's just a front, or seafood restaurant by day, prostitute brothel hotel at night.
So Tyler just walking around sees this restaurant and sees that the lights are on and assumes that, oh my God, that's where all the people are getting fucked in there, man. It's just fuck.
See, I will say his tour guide said it, right? But you can see, and if you just listen, his tour guide really doesn't know. Like, he doesn't know how much the ladies get paid. I mean, how much they cost and stuff like that. He's probably not really out there like that. You know, that would be like me going down to the city, right? And being a tour guide, like, I know some stuff, but I don't know about the ladies in the night, ladies of the night and stuff like that. I don't know how much it costs for one of them for a couple hours, for a whole night. I don't know exactly where you take them, like what hotel, whatever. I don't know this stuff, you know, but I can show you like where, you know, the popular hangouts are at and stuff, and malls and the, you know, the bars, the, you know, restaurants and stuff like that. But you asked me about the ladies of the night. I don't know how much they cost. I don't know, about $50-$60 or whatever for a couple hours, for a whole night. I don't know. This is where they take them. Yeah, this is, I mean, it seems like a place. But my thing is, like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, like, let me go back here. Like, you can see right here, like, maybe the gate isn't locked, but from where we're standing, it looks like a chain is around here. Like, this is where it's open. This is where this is one door. This is another door. This is where the lock. So, and it says seafood restaurant. Like, this wouldn't be like the first. I look at this and think like, oh yeah, this is where you take the ladies of the night. No, it's like, I see what it says right there. It says seafood restaurant, and the thing is locked. So I don't know.
So Tyler just walking around sees this restaurant and sees that the lights are on and assumes that, oh my God, that's where all the people are getting fucked in there, man. It's just fucking grimy. It's a brothel. It's the dirtiest place you've ever seen. Yeah, that's where it's happening at.
Maybe there's the back way
Tyler,
in. I don't know.
This is a Christian catering restaurant that does weddings. Why the fuck would you just make up a lie about this?
But I do want to establish a clear difference between me just inventing a lie and throwing this restaurant under the bus with no context versus me misunderstanding a quick little back and forth between my guide and then expanding upon something I didn't fully understand. Even watching it's embarrassing because...
Then why put it in the video, right? If you knew or whatever, you weren't fully understanding your guide and stuff, why leave it in the video? Think about it. Why leave it there?
And then expanding upon something I didn't fully understand. Even watching it's embarrassing because I clearly don't even know what I'm talking about. It was not my intent to throw this restaurant under the bus, and I legitimately thought it was a brothel. On the bright side, my viewers only left 5-star reviews and said Tyler Oliveira sent me here. I apologize, I fucked up, and it's been deleted from the video.
Why did he hide the fact that his 9/11 truther expert he brought on believes Israel blew up the World Trade Center? I never hid that. I never even knew that before Vince's video, and we mainly discussed how he thinks 9/11 was a false flag and how he believes it was a controlled demolition. But I'm sure there's plenty of other stuff he believes as well that would be equally controversial in Vince's eyes. How did you come to the conclusion that 9/11 was a false flag?
For the first 10 years, I did not think anything other than the official narrative. Then, after being shown a close-up video of building number 7 coming down, and that got me going because it's obvious to me that building 7 was a controlled demolition.
With that being said, I want to use Vince's point here to address a more important point and theme he presents throughout his entire video, which is that if I platform or give a voice to someone in my video, I am endorsing it, co-signing it, or treating it as a matter of fact.
Now, this whole video is based around Tyler just asking questions, are the Haitians eating the cats, with no evidence to back it up. Now, this is a common tactic used by conspiracy theorists. So Tyler, let me ask you a question.
Okay, see, this is one video I really did watch like recently and stuff, and like if you actually watch, you know, Tyler's video, like you'll probably come out like, oh, they're not actually eating the cats and dogs, you know? At least that's where I came from, because the people, like the actual Haitians and stuff that you were talking to, you like, no, what? No, we don't do that. And if you know a lot more about the immigration system and stuff, you know they don't have to eat cats and dogs. They get plenty of money from our government, which is a bigger issue, different topic. Not going to go there, but yeah. So they don't have to eat cats and dogs. And when you're talking to the other people, the non-Asian Haitians and stuff, most of them would be like, oh yeah, I heard this, I've seen a post or whatever. It was like a couple who said, oh yeah, I seen this van or whatever, but most of them, like, it was hearsay. So yeah. And about the whole geese thing, it wasn't in Ohio or whatever, it was somewhere else, and the guy was just moving it. But whatever, let's keep going.
I heard your mom was sucking some dong for $50 at the bar, and I had a good friend of mine tell me that they saw her in the car sucking some dong.
Vince, come on, man. Bringing up your mama jokes at 33? Vince, keep my mom out of this, and I'll keep your wife out of it, okay?
I can tell you an insane conspiracy theory based on no evidence, present it as a question, and it almost gives it some validity.
And this is simply not true. In his video, he mostly spends time looking at my video where I went to Springfield, Ohio, when Twitter was in uproar trying to figure out if the Haitians in Springfield were actually eating cats. Point being, Vince only shows interviews in his video that make it appear as if I'm co-signing racist ideas, wild beliefs, etc., etc.
Aliens built the pyramids? Do you think it's possible George Bush did 9/11?
Wait for me right now. Oh! Who are you afraid of at night?
Men.
Which men? Men in general, or specific types of men who come from different places?
Like men.
If he was black, would you guys date?
Bonjour. Point being, Vince will selectively only show you one side of the groups of people I interview and not show you the others.
Depuis 10 juin 2024.
How did you get here to Charleroi?
Bon, m'arrête dans Charleroi parce que m'gagne un papier dans même qui temporaire. Immédiatement temps pas m'na écoulé, ça gouvernement m'a dit c'est lui m'a fait.
All right.
Yeah, now that all the immigrants have gotten here, guess what? You're getting new stoplights.
Say hello, they'll smile to you. I don't know how many times I still sleep with my doors open.
Okay, interesting.
And I've never had to worry about it. It's more the Americans, and I'll bring back the park again. You go over there on Saturday and Sunday, you see the Haitian families, mom, dad, kids, using the park exactly for what it's.
Nobody's eating dogs and cats here. The Haitians aren't bothering us. There's not 4,000 Haitians here. Maybe 1,000, maybe. That's really odd. They're good people.
Sure.
They're all working. They're going up to a school up here to learn English.
Ironically, we may have found the most accepting, loving town in America. And so I ask you, how can I both co-sign this answer and this answer?
I'm trying to remember. I have a bad memory, but I don't remember that part in the video. But that's cool. Like, I mean, it still gets my point across. Like, they're not eating dogs and cats. You can see that by watching Tyler's video. I'm just saying, like, that one wasn't so bad.
In the same video,
I heard there were rumors of Haitians eating the neighbor's cats and a Canadian goose. Is that true or completely false?
No.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Pas quoi ça tout. Peut-être mon qui doit avoir un problème d'éducation qui fait faire ça même pas quoi.
We've lost a whole bunch of cats. There was a van pulled over that had over 100 cats in it with the Haitians. They said they was eating them.
True or no?
Yeah.
No.
See, that's what.
Why is everyone coming here?
Haïtien viennent ici pour travail, mais manger chat, non.
Or is it possible in these videos that I'm actually trying to get answers from both sides of a given question and try to see what they both believe in? I chose to respond to Vince's video for a few reasons. 1, how factually incorrect it is. 2, how unoriginal the claims are. 3, how emotionally driven these commentators become in their ambition to destroy me. And I've chosen to respond to this because I've witnessed in real time talking head streamers who take videos like Vince's, nod their head while they eat cereal, agree with everything, and move on to the next video, cementing false claims as fact, especially when they perceive the creator at hand to exist within a certain half of the political spectrum. None of these streamers are going to fact check anything.
I don't
and
like
Vince
to
will not
agree with
retract
everything.
any of his claims.
You
Listen,
know?
I want to welcome good faith.
Even in this video, like I even said, like Vince was wrong. Maybe he got some, I don't know, but like, I mean, y'all both were wrong in some cases. Like, I still find, Tyler, I still find some of the stuff you did and say kind of sketchy, okay? But Vince, you know, he's not in the right either. But like I said, both y'all probably made mistakes. Probably on accident, probably on purpose. I don't know. I don't know you personally. I don't work for y'all. I don't know any of this stuff, but it did happen. So I would say both are in the wrong. I would say, Tyler, I don't know. You may be a little bit more in the wrong. You're kind of suspicious to me, bro.
Faith criticism and for you guys to use the comment section to let me know when we do make mistakes. I'm not trying to shy away from the fact that we have made mistakes and we will probably continue to make a few mistakes going forward. And it's unfortunate that Vince and other people like Vince waste their opportunity to give us actual constructive feedback and turn their personal frustration into a 50-minute hit piece designed to stop us from working with people in the future because they don't actually care about giving me constructive feedback. They don't like what we show and they don't want me on YouTube. Whether it's these types of people calling me Hitler or calling me racist or assuming malice to any and every tiny mistake we make, at the end of the day, these people are simply uncomfortable with the harsh but unfortunate realities that we do show. I've only been doing this journalistic documentarian work for the last 2 years. All I ask is you give us some time to adapt and grow into the responsibility that it's become. Anyways, Happy New Year's, everyone. Thanks for listening. Go hug your mom. Peace.
Okay, I mean, it was a decent response, but look, I'm just gonna say, if these are honest mistakes, you know, and you can't, I know you can't catch everything, but for a journalist, YouTuber, it's already hard enough. I know that. Okay, you get one little thing wrong, I mean, you're gonna have thousands people at your neck, right? You have to get better to make sure you get your stuff right, you know? I'm pretty sure, let's take a look real quick. It's not like you come out with a video every day. You got 7 million subscribers. A week or so, you know, probably like once a week, twice a week or whatever. Okay, so I just say, if you're really honest about, you know, about it's just mistakes, you messed up on some stuff or whatever, work harder, you know, pay attention to the fine details. And I would say for like Vince, like he's not safe either. All right, you know, he made mistakes too. This goes for him too. Do better research, you know, because you have me, like I'm just an audience member who happened to create content on YouTube, but you have a lot of other people, like what Vince has like 2.6, like Tyler has 7 million. Vince has like what, 2 million, I think. I could be wrong. Hold on, let me check real quick. Oh no, okay, Vince doesn't have that many. I was thinking of another YouTuber. But Vince has 752,000 subscribers, way more than me. So he gets a lot more eyes than I do. You know, both these guys do. And if you have those many eyes, making that kind of you're probably making a lot of money. Do better. You have to pay attention. You know, it's if you have to slow down with your content and actually pay attention what you're uploading. You know, watch a little bit, like ask like where does this clip come from and stuff like this. But you know, he made some good points. He still did some questionable stuff. They're both human, you know. I don't know. I don't know. They both just need to do better. That's all I have to say. But let me know what you think, not about my content, you know. Okay, leave a comment about my content, what I can do better, you know, what I can do better. But let's talk about Vince and Tyler down in the comments. You know, what do you think about them? What do you think about this response video? What do you think about Vince's video? In the comments, you know. And I don't know if you're following Tyler. I am. I don't really watch his content like that, but if you want to, you know, give him a like if you want. And give me a like, subscribe to me for more reaction content and more content in general. And I'll have more videos up here somewhere. I don't know what kind of videos, but they'll be right here. And like I always say, have a good day or night whenever you're watching this. Peace.